Hey, what's up, guys? Back with another video. How you guys are doing? Hope y'all are doing great. Man, look, I didn't know that my thumbnail was this funny until, I looked at it and realized, oh my God. But this right here is not to be, to poke fun at it. But I just want to go ahead and talk about a little bit about Tasha K, man, and her financial woes. I mean, to me, it would be like a black cloud over my head, but she handled it with grace. But like I said, you don't know what it's like, in the inside, But this right here, this is a lot. Now, I'm going to elaborate all this stuff right here, but they were saying that Cardi B, went ahead and had the feds, come in Tasha K bankruptcy court, which I don't think that Cardi B can do that. I don't think that she can do something like that. I guess, like I said, maybe they have been watching, but I don't think Cardi B got that much power. Now she might have power, but I don't think that she have that much power. But it was saying, I was watching a YouTuber, a very reliable YouTuber that follows this, where he was pretty much saying that they asking for all of Tasha K assets, even her Louis bags. Man, that's a lot. Come on, guys, give the girl a break. But the thing about it, like I said, she just handled it with grace, and this is a lot now. If I was Tasha K, if I was in her shoes, no way in the world, that I can come on with a straight face. Man, I would be bawling my eyes out and crying and doing everything that I need to do. But, I don't understand, when it comes to Tasha K, this is her time right now to play her cards right. Now, guys, way before she filed bankruptcy, I did say, that's what she needs to go ahead and do is file bankrupt. And she deserve it. If you ain't got money, what could you do? You can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. You can't make a person have money if they don't have it. So filing bankruptcy, that's what people do if they don't have the money. Now, I don't know how it is when it comes to defamation. I don't know if they're gonna go ahead and, accept that in part of a bankruptcy. I don't know. But not Cardi B, Tasha K, she like I say, it's not over until the fat lady cry or start laughing. I don't know how it is. But yeah, she got another win she can do. What Tasha K can do is this is what I would do if I was in that situation. I would use my platform. I wouldn't use my platform to go ahead and poke fun at Cardi B and stir all this drama because all you're doing is just pouring more gas to the fire. Now, what I would do, Tasha K got 1 million subscribers on YouTube. If they are her loyal subscribers, I don't care if it's just 40,000. It have a lot of people that comes on her live because people love drama. And if you say you are winos and you love me, the way that you say you love me, let me tell you what I would do. Each one of those loyal followers, they would give me at least $20. Give me $20. Cash out me $20. I promise you it's going to be paid for. Let me go ahead and see if I can let my friends come on. I see my friend Eagle Soaring High is on and also Starbucks Love. I mean, oh my God, guys, I cannot let Eagle Soaring High. Oh my God. Let me see if I can go ahead and let him up. He had honored and salute me today, gave me my flowers. I mean, I am not gonna tell you now, I had a very huge smile on my face. Like I said, kind words goes a long, long ways. Some people think that a person have to, have material stuff in order to be happy. No, just kind words. Kind words goes a long ways, man. Let me see if I can let you guys up so y'all can come in and like I said, I'm gonna play it Sunday of the video that Eagle Soaring High had did, on my behalf, I mean, guys, I also had put it in my playlist. You can go ahead and check it out. But Sunday, I wanna go ahead and play it. I mean, it was so awesome, guys. I mean, I had a smile from ear to ear. And I just thank God, that, what I'm doing, even though I may not have a huge follower, but even if that's one or two, hey, That's good enough. Long as I know they are loyal people because you can have, as you see right now, you can have 1,000,000 subscribers and these people, they don't have your back. You're gonna know when people have your back because they're gonna have your back during the good times and during the bad times. It's just like a marriage. I see, oh my God, I see associate minister and deserved deacon. He's on live. Say hello, Real Talk, Lady D. Good evening. Yes, indeed. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for coming on board, guys. Like I said, I don't take anything for granted. I try to, weigh it all out, stand on my truth, take the foolish things of this world to go ahead and confirm the wise. But this right here is a lot. I see a social minister and he says, Terry Jones, he says, we all are farmers in another person's life. We can plant seeds or we can and the light of life. Amen. Weeds are the negative things of life and the darkness of life. Absolutely. And like I said, there's power in the tongue. That's absolutely there's power in the tongue. And he also, let me see if I can go ahead and let Eagle. Hey, Eagle.
Hey, how's it going?
Going great. Going great. Again, thank you very much. I was smiling from ear to ear. You just don't know how much that had touched my heart. That was
Bless
a
you.
blessing because, like I said, you don't know what a person is going through, and just kind words, it can make a big difference.
Yes.
A big difference. So I am forever grateful. That was awesome. And I'm gonna go ahead and play it Sunday, make sure I comb through
Okay.
it and just,
A
you
big
know,
difference.
observe every bit. So let me go ahead and let Starbucks on. I see Starbucks is in the house. Yes, indeed. How are you doing, Star?
Hey, Starbucks.
Doing great. I thank you very much. Star is a good moderator. She be on
Yeah.
her job. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. So what you go ahead, what you said?
Hey, Starbucks. How are you?
Hmm.
Can you hear me?
Well, I could hear
Yeah.
now. It started like you can hear real good, Eagle?
Yes.
Yes, yes. So guys, how are you guys doing?
Doing well, thank you. And you?
Yes, indeed. Did you see the little tribute that Eagle had presented? It was nice.
Oh my God, it was beautiful and well thought out and well done.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Bless you.
Thank you, Eagle.
Oh, had presented. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, yo. I had to get on my phone today because my laptop is acting like it's got a mind of its own today. So,
Yes. So, guys, I know you see what the topic is. We are talking about today. We just letting it flow, but one of the main topics we are talking about is Tasha K and her financial woes. Guys, what you think about it?
You want to go first, Eagle? Or you want me to go?
ladies first.
Okay. Well, honestly, she's really in a world of trouble. I mean, um, she lied to the IRS. You,
Wow,
oh no, you do not lie to Uncle Sam. That
absolutely,
That's a big no-no. And I feel that this was all brought on. Like if she would have just put her ego and her pride aside
absolutely.
and taken down the video and stopped talking about that young lady, Cardi B, she wouldn't be
Mm.
in a situation, hiding money or whatever, allegedly or whatever the situation is.
Wow, what you think about it, Eagle?
I agree, but you know that Tasha K is she's she's been doing this for years. So she had to have known that at some point it was going to catch up with her
Hmm.
and bite her in the behind.
Yes.
And she pushes the cards a lot of times to a point where she can't return.
Wow.
And like Starbucks said, if she had just stopped talking, people have been trying to tell her stop, just stop, leave the young lady alone, and move on. But Tasha K being Tasha K wanted to keep going, and
Absolutely.
now she puts herself in this position that she can't get out of, and now she goes and lies to Uncle Sam. Really?
You can't. That's the wrong one.
Absolutely.
Yes, I see Country Girl Queenie say, "Hi, Lady D and panelists and chat."
I don't know
Hello.
like her state or where I think she's from when she got sued, she was in Atlanta. Normally when that person passes away, like they pass away, that um, the husband, if the husband is gone, and then it triggers down to the children. So these kids, depending on the law in that state, are going to owe that $4 million because your mom just wouldn't just be quiet. I mean, you can talk about someone, but to slander them, that's a different thing. And Cardi B had the money to go after her.
I didn't know that the debt would trickle down to the children. I thought, like if that person is deceased, that was it.
In some states, that's why I say I don't know what
Mhm,
laws are in her state, but in some states it triggers down to the next of kin. So
mhm.
would be her
Wow.
husband hasn't passed yet, and then her children if the husband passes away, right? In some states that's what they do.
So what about if she have a LLC? Once she have a LLC, that's does not affect her personal income.
What do you mean?
If it's a business, it's set apart from her personal personal asset, if she has a LLC.
Ab-
So if she have that, she have the right to go into bankruptcy, and it won't affect her personal asset. Now, I don't know how, she got everything set up. I don't know
the
if
problem
she
is I think she has some stuff under her husband, and the problem is now
Mhm,
that she lied. And once they uncover whatever it is that they need that they're going to uncover, they are not going to show mercy on her. First,
wow.
you know that the judicial system it only caters to the rich and powerful, right? Those are the people
Mhm.
that can walk away with the slap on the wrist. If you are black, Hispanic, they're not going to treat you the same. They're not going to have mercy on you for playing games with the law. They're not going to do that. And that's exactly, in my opinion, I think that's what she's doing. She thinks it's a joke, but it's bigger than that. It's
No, no, you don't play with the feds, you don't play with the IRS, you don't play with stuff like that.
But it sounds like she done sank her whole family. They might as
Wow.
well have been up on the Titanic.
Oh my God, that's a lot. But this is what I was thinking, because you remember a couple of months ago, way before Tasha K had went ahead and filed bankruptcy. I say that was her best, thing to go ahead and do because if you don't have a money, what could you do? You can't sit there and make me have something that I don't have.
Right.
So her next step is just go ahead and use her platform and go on and these what they call unwinos, what she call them, winos.
Winos.
Well, those winos, if they say that they love Tasha K, they love her content and they are loyal followers, just imagine if she have 1 million followers, and if
Mhm.
40,000 of out of those 1 million, if 40,000 just a day give her at least $20, she would be out of that debt. So what I
True.
would do is stop trying to put on a front, and I will be serious. Look, this is something this is going to affect your entire family.
Right.
So I would sit there and I would put my pride on the side. And what I would do is I will work these platforms because when you go on this site that she have, because she have her own little site, what you call that she have where you can go and pay, subscribe. I think she have at least 20,000 subscribers. And that's, so if that's like $15 a month that, each one have to pay each month, $15 times 20,000 subscribers, that's like 150,000 or maybe more that she's making a month.
Right.
So just imagine how she have right now. She have 1 million subscribers just on her main channel, and she have
Mhm.
like 100 subscribers on her back channel. I will work that. And then don't talk about what she have on all those other platforms. I will work that like a old lady ringing an old dish rag. I will work
Yeah,
that. I would absolutely work that. What you think about that?
I agree with you. But the question is, will she do that? Is she really trying to not pay this woman after
Mhm.
all that she done said about her? Is this a move that she's making that she think it's going to benefit herself, or is it just that she just don't want to pay?
I think
Because
it's more of pride, just like what Star had said.
right, so you have to wonder, do she really want to come out of this situation, come out of the circumstance, and just put it to bed? Because I know allegedly a while back she had bought up some concert tickets or something to uh to pay off the young lady.
Mhm. Now I never heard about it in concert tickets. What about that?
I believe that they were saying allegedly that she had um purchased tickets to give away, a lot of them, and they
Okay.
were very highly priced,
Mhm.
um, to give away to her subs and things, and somehow make some money up off of them so that she could pay. And it's been a while, so my memory is probably
Oh,
biting
okay. So
me.
it wasn't like she had like a concert or because I know she'd been doing some comedy gigs, so it wasn't because of that.
No, I don't. You know what? Let's just rewind, because my now that I'm thinking about, my
Oh, okay.
mind is like going back that far.
Okay. Well, you don't follow as well. I don't either. I may see, some things that comes on my notification, but
Right.
this right here, this is real. Just like Star said, you don't play with the feds and you don't play with the IRS. And, and if you got that $4 million judgment over your head, and if that trickled down to her children, my God, then she's very selfish because, I will figure out how to, pay that debt out because if not, they opening up more cans of worms. More stuff is just coming at
Yeah.
her.
A logical person with some sense and thinking about their family would have put, like I said, their pride and their ego to the side and reached some kind of settlement, right, with Cardi B. Like, hey,
Hmm.
I can't give you. I gotta, also take care of my family. Like, as a mother, okay, whatever was done was done. Whatever was said was said. Now I will work with you. Even if you gave this girl $100 a month, it
Hmm.
shows good faith that you're trying to pay her off. It's gonna take you the rest of your life or whatever, the next life, to pay her off, but it shows.
Wow. The next life too.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't want to laugh, but the next life too, Star.
Yeah, the next life. Listen, $4 million to Cardi B is like maybe like $100 to the regular person. That's nothing. She already said that what money she gets from Cardi B, she is going to donate it to the homeless, right?
Wow, that's awesome. Oh, so she going to donate the money
Yeah,
if she get the money back.
she says she doesn't need the money. She doesn't need the does
Wow. Well, if that's the case, then she gonna have the whole world after her now. They gonna make sure they be able to squeeze that money. Shoot, if you got a if you got a 501c or you got some kind of charity uh, thing that you are doing, then hey, you better make sure that you help Cardi B get that money
well,
because you might get your hands on a little bit.
Cardi B gives back to the community, whether it's for you know, tax write-offs or whatever it is. So if she's a good hearted person that she likes to give to, she's given to, like, she's paid. I don't remember. I don't know if you guys remember there was a fire in the Bronx and
Hmm.
passed away, and with and children as well. She paid for the whole burial of these families, and I was
Wow.
there were like more than 10 families that that someone in their family passed away. But
Yeah, yeah, I
what, I,
remember that.
what I'm trying to say is what occurred over the weekend, where Tasha K exposed her husband, Offset, Cardi B's husband, and
Hmm.
which we all know there's always trouble in paradise. Everybody has some kind of problem in their relationship, and theirs are in the open because of who they are. But I don't think at this point, I don't think Cardi B is going to show Tasha K any mercy.
I don't think so either, because too much damage has been done.
Yeah.
And now that Toya K is coming after her family, saying something about she was cheating, her husband cheated, and coming with, all this other extra stuff. I think the damage has been done. I think all bets is off. But I see what Country Girl has said, and I totally agree with Country Girl, where she has said all Tasha K had to do was just take those videos down.
It,
Yes.
it. That, sometimes we have our pride gets the best of us.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not gonna do that, even in relationship, husbands, wives, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever you love with, whoever you choose to be with. So we're at it. We don't do certain things because it's the pride. You don't want to make it seem like like you're a loser or you're less. I don't know, like a weaker. And I think this is what happened with Tasha K. She was at the high of her career. It was R. Kelly first, right? The
Mhm.
interview,
Right.
whatever, with R. Kelly, and then Cardi B, just boost her even more. You know what I mean? So
Right.
she was feeling it, and she was just not gonna give in to this little girl, because Cardi B at the time,
Yeah.
like what, 21, maybe 22, 23.
Oh, she's that young?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
not
I
even.
didn't know she was that young.
Yeah, she's not even. Oh, she might be 30 now.
Okay.
This is going back what, 4 or 5 years now, back and forth.
Hmm.
So yeah, Tasha K was like, "No way, I'm not gonna. This is my bread and butter. This is how I feed my family. And you, with that just came on the scene with no talent, da 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 da. And here we are now, 2023.
Wow.
If they threaten to lock her behind up for not paying, I bet she figure out a way to get that money and settle this debt, this issue.
Mhm. I think it's a little too, like I said, she better hope that it's not too late because once, like I say, when you get the feds, and the feds does not work like the states. When the feds come on you, believe me, they got something that's gonna stick. And
Oh
the
yeah.
IRS, we already know Uncle Sam does not play. So she already, it's just don't look good. That right there alone is a very dark cloud over her head. So, if Tasha K, if you are out there listening, your best bet is to sit there and just put that pride aside because when pride comes, the fall comes. So,
Mhm.
you don't want to fall flat on your face. You got a lot of subscribers. It's time for you to sit there and say, donate $3. Like
Right.
they be them girls on Carbonation, donate $3.
Oh yeah.
It's time for these people to put their money where their mouth is. It's time for your loyal followers to start sending them cash apps, because,
That's
you know,
it.
I believe that if it's not gonna hurt, even if they do $1 a day, make a vow, make a payment,
Right.
$1 a day, trust me. And if you got 1,000,000 subscribers, $1 a day, that's $1,000,000 by itself, which we already know that, not 1,000,000 people gonna go ahead and give a dollar, but just say if 40 loyal subscribers, and I know she got about 40,000, if they give her $1 a day, that's 40,000 by itself.
Yeah,
So
that's
if she's listening, if she ready to come out of that, because I can just imagine. You can't tell me that, the face, that she put on when she come on social media is the same face behind those doors. And she even put a post on her Instagram page about, that she had to go to anger management. I can just imagine, that's hard.
yeah.
Nah, I think she was just trolling. She was just her way out of what happened during the weekend. She was not at anger management. She on Monday today, Thursday. What was she in court? Monday or Tuesday? And
I
anger.
don't
Uh-huh.
know. I don't know.
That's just my opinion.
I don't know.
I just want to know where these Louis Vuitton bags, where are they?
I don't know, but didn't they present it? They asked about that in court. And she said that well, that's exactly what I heard. She don't
Mhm.
know anything about it, where they are. She can't find them. They misplaced.
Yeah,
Really.
they were like down, something to that effect. They didn't know where they were. So I think the IRS said, I think you better look for them or something. I don't know. Something to that effect. I feel, who I don't feel sorry for Tasha, and I don't feel sorry for the husband either. Because,
Mm,
adults are adults. I feel sorry for the children. That's who I feel sorry for.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely,
Yeah.
because Tasha K, not Tasha K, Cardi B said she was coming after the children's college funds and everything, which Tasha K say her kids, are straight A students, or her daughter is a 4.0, and her son is, he's very highly achieved. He's in Africa reading at the age of 3 years old. So, but still of all, who wants to take a dime and put it on bad? That's bad money you spending.
Well, I mean,
Absolutely.
I hope they, because you see what they did today with affirmative action, right?
No, I saw where you had put it in a comment, but what's going on with that?
Yeah, now colleges don't have to have a certain amount of minorities anymore. Uh,
Wow.
Supreme Court, six over six, the majority.
Wait, you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Can you hear me? Is it okay now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Got it. The affirmative action, like colleges don't have to accept minorities if they don't have one. Like they don't have a certain amount of minorities. Like they just,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. That's bad.
that's
That's just to show
sad.
you right now, you know, if you don't have that, they can pretty much keep you on the outs.
They sure can. A lot of students go to school, on
Other girl said she saw
action.
that.
You know?
That's messed up. When did they initiate that Starbucks?
Well, the ruling was, I saw it today, like this afternoon, that the Supreme Court gutted affirmative action. So let's say you go to one of those Ivy League colleges and they have to have a certain amount of minorities. Now, now they don't care about the essays. They're not going to care about the essays. It's just going to be based on merit. And if let's, for example, if Johnny comes with the same or lower GPA than another minority kid or black kid,
Mhm.
they're going to accept Johnny. They can turn down the other kid. It's not going to be against the law anymore.
Um,
Wow. Did you know?
Little by little, they're chipping. They're chipping. So I'm saying to say that if Tasha's daughter is brilliant, and and it's like really smart, and she doesn't have money, because Cardi B is taking her money away. She's gonna, and now with affirmative action, and maybe unless she goes to school in another country, but here in America, and especially in Florida where they are,
Uh-huh.
forget about it.
So they actually passed it, or they it's on the table?
No, they passed it. It's gutted.
Wow,
Yeah. The ruling was 6-3.
my God.
Whoa. Jesus help us today.
And that's what I be saying, especially when it comes to these people on social media. We so busy, focusing on all this foolish stuff while these people are working overtime on us.
Yep.
Yes.
People are here on YouTube fighting,
Yes.
spending
Come
more
on.
on YouTube gossiping and not really watching what's going on in the real world. Little by little, they're chipping. They started with the abortion rights. Now, right?
Mhm.
Who's
Yep.
going to protect the
Yeah.
minority usually, right? Because we're the ones that can't travel out of country. We don't have a lot of money. And now affirmative action that was around since what was that crook? The president Nixon. He was the one that his administration was the one that put that in into office, into law.
Wow.
So little by little, they're chipping and chipping, and people are not paying attention.
Because they're so
That's true.
distracted because of all this foolish stuff that is going on out there.
Social media, everybody wants to be on Instagram and
Mhm.
TikTok. They're distracting you. If you go outside to a restaurant, families are not even talking anymore. Everyone has a phone and they all have their heads down on some type of social media. People are just not awake. They're
And that's why they can continue rocking us to sleep because we got our head down on things that, really, does not make a difference.
That's right.
absolutely.
That's horrible. And see, they gonna feel it. They gonna feel the effect, especially when
Oh
you're
yeah.
trying to get your child into a college, and just like you say, you're gonna have a 4.0 or whatever. It doesn't matter anymore.
Even the job place in the business.
And that's where I think it's going to hit. It next if they doing the college, next is going to be the jobs.
Yes,
For
yes,
sure.
yes. Oh, yes, yes.
So it's not like we moving forward. It's like we
We're
moving
going back.
backwards.
Backward,
Yes.
little by little.
That's
Little by,
it.
and I was so disappointed in Justice Clarence Thomas. Like, I just don't understand. I'm sure, just like my children have benefited from affirmative action, I'm sure maybe he benefited from affirmative action,
Mhm.
but he always rules the other way. But that's just how it is.
And then you have to ask yourself who to blame. Who to
Yeah.
blame? And I blame us. I blame ourselves for allowing these people to
That's it.
continue rocking us to sleep.
Yes.
You so
That's it.
distracted with stuff that's the entertainers and these celebrities. But all the while, these people at night plotting how to keep you down.
Mm-hmm.
And began with the Supreme Court.
Wow.
That's the most, because they knew that once it went their way, that was it.
Mm,
Everything was going to, because it's their old way of thinking. They
Yeah.
don't
mhm,
suffer. They don't know what it's like to have, uh, let's just say, hot dogs and beans for dinner.
mhm. Yeah,
So
that's how my mom used to
Yeah.
say. That see, we, especially black folks, we know how to survive. We could
that
eat beans and, put us a peanut butter and jelly sandwich together.
See?
We know how to
Come on.
survive. We don't have the steak on the plate. We can eat grits and eggs
it,
every day for breakfast, supper, and dinner.
they don't know
That's
anything
it.
about. No, they don't know anything about that. So they can't relate to a person who struggle, or a regular individual. But so that's started with the support, little by little. You think
Mhm.
it's gonna be okay? Yep.
Yeah, that's horrible.
But that's just how the enemy works. He gets you distracted by foolishness, petty stuff, arguing and fighting with one another, that we're so distracted by that and fascinated by the drama that we don't see him when he comes in and tear up our homes and tear up our our children's schools and the workplace.
Absolutely.
And it's all about just keeping us, as they call us, colored folks,
Mhm.
uh, to keep us down.
Keep us asleep. They keeping us asleep. They know
Yeah,
exactly how to rock us to sleep. Where
absolutely.
almost all of our people at, right smack dab in these reality shows in drama. You start
Yeah,
educating your people, telling your people how to come out of a place called Lodabar. They don't want to hear that. They
that's
wants to
right.
stay in their mess. They mess like a dog going back into his own vomit. That's how it's going to be because if you don't have that affirmative action and you trying to get your child into college and they going to say that you look, they got you not they didn't worrying about, your scores or anything. You just out. And then when it start affecting the job, you highly
Hmm.
qualified for this job, but some joker come behind the corner and they got the job and you don't have it. And
That's
it's
right.
nothing that you can do about it.
That's right.
Well,
Oh my
worked
God.
for the biggest law firm in the country, and they had to have. I mean, it was like maybe like I would say like 2,300 attorneys, and but different in different parts of the world. And where I worked, um, they had to have a few, and it was only I would say about 400 attorney, maybe 10 were African Americans.
Wow.
So now
Wow.
Out
affirmative,
of how many? Out of how many?
about 400 attorneys,
And only 10?
only 10 were African Americans, and
Wow.
were partners. They were just all associates.
Wow.
So now with affirmative action, they don't even have to hire those 10 attorneys.
Wow. So it can be 410 all
Yeah,
white,
but
pretty
yeah,
much.
pretty much. Yep.
And the reason why it can be like that because we don't own anything. We only own 1% of businesses, right?
Hmm.
While they own 99%. That's why I tell you guys, you have to start trying to figure out how you can start owning your own businesses because it's going to
That's
be
it.
a time where these people it's not going to hire you. It's we're going to go in such a recession where
Yeah,
you gonna go and you gonna try to look for this job and just like what Star just said, they're not gonna hire you. They gonna hire their sister, their brother, their cousin, or people that's looking like you. I
Hmm.
mean looking like them. They're not gonna
yeah,
hire you. So why you keep making these people more powerful than what they are today? Start getting your business together. It doesn't cost you that much. All it costs you is just a vision. Just have a vision. If you got a vision, you can whatever you are passionate about. I don't give a care if it's hair. I don't care if it's nails or sewing. Try to get that business off the ground and stop sitting there trying to make someone else more powerful than what they already is.
right.
You see what
Ooh,
happens is when you have a business, you got to hire your people, but your people have to stand with you, not against you, and
absolutely.
that
Absolutely. Well, I know about
I
that. So when you get them in, make sure you get people that's close to your heart.
right,
And it's so hard because you want to help your family. You bring your family in, they want to tear it down. So like I said, if they coming in and they want to do business, and you see that they trying to help you to push that vision, then hire them. But you just got to sit down and you got to come up with a plan because it's going to be a time where those jobs going to have them doors say closed and they're not going to let you in.
no,
That's right.
and it's not gonna matter how many degrees,
Thank you.
4.0. That's not going to matter in the. I feel sorry for the generation coming up.
But we knew
Yeah,
about that. And Eagle soaring high knows about that. That's all in the book of Revelation. Those
Yes,
days going to come.
absolutely. And they're moving, they're coming quickly. When we look at the actions of what's going on in today's society, we can see the book of Revelation and the things that it prophesied coming to pass quickly. And that it's the system is trying to, what I believe, in my opinion, is to silence us
Hmm.
and keep us from dreaming. Because once they tear us down and rejection really begins to come and set in, it takes a lot of people down because a lot of us can't really handle rejection. And
Hmm.
once we begin to feel the effects of the rejection and having our voice, we then begin to lose our voice. And
Hmm.
then we begin to stop dreaming.
But the thing about it is that we spend 2 point something trillion dollars. I thought it was like 1 trillion just
Uh,
on hair weave and bleaching cream.
yes,
If we spend that just in the black community, spend that much money a year just on hair weave and bleach and all this unnecessary stuff, don't you think that we could come together and start putting businesses in our own community instead of taking that money out?
yes, I believe. I believe that we can start our own businesses, but a lot of us is still caught up in that slave mentality.
Still acting like children.
And you know they say you can take a person out of the situation,
Hmm.
but not take the situation out of the person.
Absolutely.
And so because a lot of us, our minds is still held in captivity,
Wow.
we can't see no further than where we are.
Until it's
We
too late.
until it's too late, and it becomes to a place where once it becomes too late and we're caught in that situation, we're gonna begin to sink quickly. And quicksand, it's like quicksand. You end up in quicksand and you're trying to get out of it. They say the more you struggle and fight to get out of it, the further it pulls you in quicker.
Hmm.
And until we can get to that place in life where our eyes, where we are shaken, or, uh, awakened, we're always going to keep going down that narrow path. We got to learn how to think outside of the box
Hmm.
and begin to understand that the fight is not against each other, it's against the enemy. Once we
Principality and
begin to
power.
recognize that, then we can come together and
Absolutely.
begin to build our own. But like here on YouTube, you got jealousy, you got pettiness, folks that's trying to step over folks and tear people down. We cannot do that. We cannot tear people down to make it. Because just as quick as you may go up, trust and believe, you're gonna come down just as quicker. Because there is something that is called karma. And when it comes back, it's gonna get you and it's gonna take you down.
Hmm.
So
Absolutely.
we got to be able to think outside the box and see a bigger picture and understand that we can do it. The problem is that we don't think that we can do it. And we're waiting on somebody to tell us, look, you can do it. You have these big dreams, you have a vision of business, and you can do it. But you got to do the work to do it. And then we got to watch who we allow in our circle.
Hmm.
Because see, sometimes we let snakes in the garden.
Come on now.
and we put out the ones that's for us, and we keep the snakes. And
Absolutely.
until we start putting the snakes out of the garden, we're just going to destroy not only ourselves but each other.
Absolutely.
We're going to be on the Titanic, and we're just going to be sinking quickly. And they tell us that when we know better, then we do better.
Absolutely.
So we just got to start doing better.
Absolutely. And let me
And
tell you, as you was talking, or not to cut y'all, go ahead, continue.
go ahead.
Yeah. As you know, you was talking, what came into my spirit, and when it comes to affirming action, is that you know that we are now going into the the age of technology. Everything is about
Yeah,
technology, right? With the AI running everything. They
yeah,
know that the jobs are going to be short, where now they don't really need humans to run anything because
that's
everything is
it.
running by now computers. So the little jobs that they do gonna have left for humans, they gonna be just like what Star's saying. They gonna have who they want to run those up, those machines that's inside, because sooner
Absolutely.
or later, when you go into like Target and Walmart and all these stores right now, you're gonna
Yeah,
see robots. Robots is the ones that's going to be taking your jobs. So
absolutely.
if they got robots that's taking the jobs in the place of humans, they don't need you anymore.
That's right.
So now who you think that's going to be out of a job?
Us as humans,
Who do you think going to be out of a job?
us
Come on,
black.
guys, wake up. If you don't see this right here, then you will never see anything else. That's why I sit there and I tell you people, stop letting these people tickle you. Stop letting these people entertain you. While these people are working overtime on you, rocking you to sleep.
Hmm.
It's time for you to set us to come together in unity, put our money together where we can build those schools, we can build those banks, we
Yeah,
can build everything that we need right in our own community. Because
yes,
sooner or later, they're going to leave you out. They are not worrying about you. Just like my brother said, it's all about power. It's about principality, rulers in high places, bunch of wicked people, all about almighty dollars. And if they can keep you from getting just a crumb, they gonna stop you.
that's right.
Oh my God, this is a lot.
And even here in Chicago, in some of the stores like Aldi's and Walmart, some of these big stores, even Jewels, they are putting in the self checkout
Yes.
where they build those up and then have maybe one or two cashiers. And so what you're saying is very much true
That's
because
when you was talking, that's what was putting in my spirit. That's
hmm
that's why they don't need you anymore.
that's right. They're actually, I saw on YouTube, and I got to figure out where I saw the video, where they are building up um, robots. As you said,
Yes.
they're building them up and putting them in the schools. Want to put
Wow.
them in the schools to replace the teachers.
I didn't see that one. Oh my God.
God.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, they
To replace the teachers?
yeah, to pull the teachers out, and then like you said, they won't have to uh, be less pay to pay them when they can put the robots in there to teach the children.
Wow.
well.
This is
It,
getting crazy.
yeah, it is. It's getting scary. But we knew that those times was come.
Oh yeah,
and we had plenty of time to prepare for this.
Yes.
We so busy worrying about something else, trying to keep up with the Joneses, and like I say, inside, living like the Walters. We know that those perilous times was gonna come. And now the police department, where now they having dogs, to come out, and I mean, it's
Mm.
just gonna get crazy. Nobody is not going to have no jobs. That's why my motto is, if I don't own it, I don't want it.
See, come on now.
That's it. That is it.
That's horrible. Ooh, Lord
Yeah,
Jesus. I thank God. Look, I thank God I'm not living in those times anymore. I thank God that, look, w- we don't have to worry about that no more. I thank God for that, But then again, I got my grandkids, I got my children
right.
out there.
That's who it's going to affect. A little
Yes.
generation, the 10-year-olds that are now, the 5-year-olds, the 3 year,
Absolutely.
they're going to suffer. They really are.
Wow.
Yes.
I just say pray up. If you're going to school, go into coding, IT, something that's going to make sense that they're going to need people.
Yes. Something that that it's not going to take a robot to do,
Right.
Right.
because don't apply for nothing, no career. Don't go to college and apply for any career that a robot can go ahead and take over it.
And
And we
not even a doctor, because now they even have robotics, robotic doctors now. So
are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, because all of the machines and all that, what you call that, those I forgot you call it. I mean, it's just taking over.
yep.
The only thing that I know now is that they can't take over, and that's, I guess, the only ones that's gonna be in business, and that's gonna be like the beauty shops, huh? Or they might sit there and figure out how to make a robot to start cutting hair and do nails.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Because the police department, the doctors, you said that and say, and then the teachers, the grocery stores, the robots, they taking all those jobs. So what's next?
Yeah.
What could humans run?
Exactly.
Nothing.
Well, you see, you little by little, you're not even going to need a man to have, to have a kid with. You
You
see
don't
it.
need a man to have a kid. Now God, come now, come Lord Jesus. Now you trying to tell me that I don't need a man to have a kid? Come on now, if that gets like that, then Lord, come and get me right now.
Well, you see with the artificial inseminate what they're doing. They
Yeah,
just
all those
Mhm.
pods. You saw them pods with the babies. They had those babies all in
Yeah.
those pods and stuff like that.
Yes.
But they still gonna need a sperm from the man and need the women eggs in order to do that.
that's it. But they'll just pay someone. People are desperate for money. They'll give them 5,000. They'll and that's it.
Wow. Wow.
One
This is
point have something up their sleeves in the labs that we don't know about.
wow. This
They
this is this is horrible.
they always uh trying to play God and experiment
Mhm.
with everything and everybody.
Wow. Just like the melanin in our body, why you think that our little young men and women are hunted down like sheep for the slaughter? We don't know that the melanin in our body is just like liquid gold. They saying that, they putting it in computer chips and all types of stuff in the military, or the government funded them like $7 billion to experiment. And they saying
Yeah.
like synthetic melanin. You know good and well they're not interesting in synthetic melanin. They wants the
That's
real deal. They wants the real. So where you think they gonna get the real from? They gonna get it from us.
it. Yes, indeed.
That's why I say, guys, it's time to wake up. We've been asleep for too long. It's time for us to wake up. But like I said, we got about 5 more minutes. We can go ahead and just use that. However you feel led. I'm just gonna say, when it comes to all this stuff right here. It's time for us to stop letting these people just keep rocking us to sleep. Stop letting these people, work overtime on us. It's time for us to sit there and start get business. Busy. Wake
That's
up.
right.
People have
What?
to pay attention and don't get caught up in the mess. Don't get caught up in the fad. Don't get caught up in this YouTube Jaguar right situation.
Yes.
More to life and more that is going to affect, if not the older generation, the young coming up. And we have to care about well the same way our parents and great grandparents and parents.
Yeah. Absolutely. You're just
Yeah.
breaking up a little bit, but I think I heard what you're saying. What about you, Eagle?
There's a group um, that Teddy Pendergrass sang with, and one of the songs that they did was called "Wake Up,
Mhm.
Everybody."
Yes.
No more sleeping in bed.
Mm.
The whole thing is that we need to wake up and stop sleeping in bed and stop pretending or acting like we don't see
Mhm.
what's going on around us. We can't allow fear to grip us, because once that fear grip us, it's going to run our lives,
Absolutely.
and we're going to do more operating out of the fear than the strength that's in us.
Mhm.
But we really do need to wake up, because there's so much going on around us,
Yes.
and we're being replaced. They're trying to silence us, steal our voice, keep us down where we don't dream. And that's
Mhm.
why it's important that we talk to the next generation and keep them encouraged and let them know you can do it. Whatever you want to be, you can be that.
Absolutely.
Whatever your dream is, you can dream big and be that. But
Mhm.
it's important that we, as the adults, as the next generation is coming up, to build a legacy
Mhm.
that can be left to them. And
Absolutely.
until we wake up, that's not going to happen.
Wow. I like
Until
what you said. I like what you said, that it's like they trying to take our dreams. They just don't want us to dream anymore.
yes, and it's like, see, they understand, and you said it before, sis, that they understand how powerful we as black folks are.
Mhm.
The problem is we don't know how
Yes.
powerful we are. And when we come together, the power enlarges and increases. When we get out of this uh, place in life where I don't like you and I can't stand you, it's like even with in the Bible days. Remember the woman that had been caught up in adultery?
Yes.
Everybody in town gathered to stone this
Mhm.
woman. And the thing about it was, some of these folks didn't like each other.
Mhm.
Some of these neighbors, they didn't care for each other, but they put all that aside to come together to stone this one woman. And
Absolutely.
not only did they not come together to stone, but they involved the children. They brought their children and
Mhm.
handed them stones.
Mhm.
When we stop stoning folks and start loving folks, then we'll be able to come together as one and work together and build the dreams and
Absolutely.
leave legacies for our children and our godchildren and our nieces and nephews. We'll be able to do that.
That's it. That's it.
Ooh,
Starbucks say, "Sorry, I got a phone call and got kicked out." But we done did our hour, guys. I thank you. Like I say, we start one way and it end up another way. That's how it usually. I just let God have His way.
that's
But
right.
we have to watch how we put our mouths on people. And you and I
Mhm.
talked about it today. There's life and death
Yes,
that is in the power of the tongue, and what goes
absolutely.
around comes around. And we can't go out there and spew all this hate and trying to tear somebody else down, because today is them, tomorrow it can be
Uh,
you. And when
that's
it's
it.
you might not be able to handle it. So you have to be able to treat people right, because you can't get away with it, because somebody's watching. And if that person is not watching, God is watching.
That's it.
So you have to be careful, because you don't want that judgment to fall in your home. And because it may not affect you, but it affect your children or your children's children. So try to be careful how you treat people, because like I said, this right here, this is real. It can't get no real than this. So I thank you, Eagle, soaring
And
high. I thank you for the day. It was such an honor for
right,
you to give honor where honor is due. And I pray that, just like I had told you, that God will pour back into your life a double portion more than what you can receive, because
absolutely.
that's what it's all about. Kind words and giving people their honor where honor is due. Even though sometimes, when I take my eyes off of what my message is and put my eyes and see the little numbers, I say,
Right.
God say, don't even worry about the numbers, because it's
That's
not
right.
about you anyway. It's only what you do for God. And keep doing what you're doing, keeping a smile on people's face and encouraging them, stirring up the fire, because that's your job. We are about kingdom
Yes.
building. We don't, if we gonna tear down, we gonna build it back up. And that's how I ask the Most High God when it comes to my channel. Lord, when I come on this panel, God, I pray in the name of Jesus that when I come on, that if I tear down, Lord, let me be able to build up. So, guys,
Yeah.
Country Girl, Queenie, Starbucks, all you guys that came on and supported this channel, thank you. Like I sit there and say, I take nothing for granted, and I just thank you for supporting me. Thank you, Eagle. We're gonna go ahead and get us some rest, because you had how many? I had two shows today, and you this is gonna be
I've
your
been
second
running.
today too, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna go ahead and leave from this. But if you have anything that you would like to say to Tasha K, if she's listening or someone else can pass the word to her, what advice would you give her?
I would tell Tasha K to put aside her pride.
Absolutely.
Put the pride aside and think about her family. Think about her husband. Think about your children and do what's right. Just pay what you need to pay so that you can be blessed. When you start holding back and keeping stuff away that belongs to someone else, you're doing nothing but cursing yourself. So just release it. Sniff out them bags, sell them, do whatever it is to make this thing right so that you can continue to grow and be the best content creator that you can be in this life.
Absolutely. 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 So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and close it down, and you all have a blessed day. Enjoy the rest of your day, and you all good night. Good night, Eagle. Good
Good
night,
night, my
Country
sister.
Star. Thank you.
Drop out.
Thank you, guys. Good night.